I ain't got my glasses on. I can't see nothing. But hey, everybody, it's Alex Sam here from Everybody Gets One, and we've got a special guest today. Welcome back, DJ Taylor Senpai. There we go. That's what we needed to hear. What's going on, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Nice, chill Sunday afternoon. How are you guys?
You're doing all right. Doing all right out here, surviving. Sam is recovering from the
Still
shits.
food poisoning, man.
Recovering from the shits.
Food poisoning.
That's the
Ooh, boy,
shits.
oh boy. Man, what you had, man? See, so we started eating that Popeyes, man.
Love that. No, I was
Nah,
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Oh, that's even worse.
Exactly. Thank you. That's food poisoning 101. But yeah, hey everybody, let me do a little bit of housekeeping here. As you come in and join the stream, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We are now at 161 at the subscriber count. And we just got that one subscriber from the last stream. So, hey man, I'll take a subscriber stream. But the goal for this month is 200 subs. So I'm going to give everybody a minute to hit that goddamn like button and the subscribe button. Sam, count them down.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Thank you guys for hitting that button there. That was quick. Also, make sure to follow Everybody Gets One on all platforms. That's everybody gets 01 on all motherfucking platforms except for Twitch, where we are known as Ego Podcast. And for people who are asking for things or requesting things and trying to get in contact with me, but emailing me on the wrong email account, Everybody Gets One podcast at gmail.com. That's where you try to get in contact with us. If you say, hey, why don't you guys talk about this? Or hey, why don't you guys, did y'all know about this? Send all that right there and we will look at it. And I guess that's it for the housekeeping. Sam Yang for Moo Gang.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, the Batman 2022, the
hey.
Batman movie. Gotta say it was well rounded. But first off, let's go down a list of cast members. Batman, yours truly. Robert Pattinson. You guys might have known him as the glistening vampire from Twilight.
Glitter Boy.
Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. We got Paul Dano playing the Riddler. Colin Farrell, who played the Penguin, and that was a good ass disguise. Jeffrey Wright, good old Jeffrey Wright playing James Gordon, and Andy Serkis, Golem himself, playing Alfred Pennyworth, and John Turturro playing Mr. Falcone.
Mr. Falcone.
Senpai, you saw this first, so like give us your overall impression comparing this one to the Christopher Nolan Batman.
Oh man, so this Batman 2022 is very darker than the Dark Knight trilogy, because you have a very amazing cast, and especially it started off slowly how they introduced the Riddler, starting off a scene, and then it just leads to one to another. Has a very horror, thriller, suspense into a comic action movie, which is really interesting. I love it. Overall, like just for 3 hours long, I was like, it was very worth sitting there and just watch everything comes together. And not only that, but especially relates to the year 1, year 2 Batman when he started as a Cape Crusader and still learning as he goes along. But overall, it was really good. Plus, it gets a very twist origin stories of Bruce Wayne's parents. So it was really good overall. Then I'm not gonna get. We're gonna get to later to it, but I just want to get my review, my thoughts, and so overall, I give it a good, solid 4 out of 5. So cinematography was
Beautiful.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
so I can say from there.
Beautiful.
Alec, did you feel that 3 hours? Was it slow for you, or did it like go by fast?
It's like I did, but I didn't at the same time. It's like I kind of felt I was sitting there, but at the same time, I didn't give a shit. Like I was like kind of just glued to the screen. I wanted to see what's going on. Like I've never stared at a movie so like intently as I was. I was just sitting there like
No, I understand
like
what you mean, because I was looking at like on the walls to look at like Easter eggs, and like I was looking
yeah,
very hard to find like certain other clues in this film. And like DJ Senpai said, this was a very detective-esque, like detective oriented film. Not We're not used to like all the gadgets and gizmos that Bruce Wayne always has. I think in this whole movie he probably used at least maybe 4 or 5.
yeah. They hinted at what they were going to talk about anyway in the beginning of the movie. So, I didn't get my overall impression. Well, my overall impression is this shit was fire. That's all I gotta say. This is our first time getting Batman as a true detective, and they did an excellent job because every other Batman movie, he was an action hero. Let's be real. He did action things.
Yeah.
That was it. And he showed off gadgets. You know, that was it.
Much.
This time we got to see how smart is he really. And he did a good job. He did a good job. Like, I think they did a good job using the Riddler as this villain because of that. You know, that was a smart move. At first, I was like, the Riddler. But then when I started thinking about it in my head as the trailer was going on, I was like, this makes sense because, you know, the Riddler isn't a villain you punch and fight. This is a villain you have to chase down. Like, he's playing a cat and mouse game with you. This is not like
outsmart him.
Yeah, you have to outsmart him, you know, and shit like that. So overall, I will agree with you with that 4 out of 5. This is automatic. I'm most likely going to see this again just to look for things that I missed because, again, in the beginning of the film, you see one of the before they even bring it up, there's an Easter egg in the back of the mayor's office of the Maroney crime family that they took down.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally sitting right there. I was like,
it's all the way to his right.
Yeah, top left-hand corner on the wall. If you're facing the screen, yeah, top left-hand corner on that wall. I was looking at everything just to see if there were clues, and sure enough, there was one. I enjoyed it. Samuel?
Yo, I would have to say Christopher Nolan and this Batman are by far maybe the best grounded versions of Batman we've seen. This was a very
You said Christopher Nolan?
Christopher Nolan's Batman and Robert Pattinson's
okay.
Batman.
Be careful what you say.
The best
say,
grounded versions of Batman we've seen. He did it like a lot of detective work. There was no what do you call it? Batman vision, so to speak. No looking through walls or whatever. I like the way that they incorporated like those contact lenses.
The HoloLens.
Yeah.
It's literally Microsoft HoloLens, but better. They didn't go too far with it.
Yeah, can't go too far with it. I liked how they took like the whole they didn't want to make it too gadget oriented. Like he used less gadgets than anything. If anything, he probably used his grappling hook more than anything else.
Yeah, it was a lot of grappling.
Yeah. But
yeah, sort of. Did he? Well, yeah, he grappled towards the end. Yeah, a lot. But yeah, it wasn't bad. It was
no, it wasn't
properly.
bad because that's what Batman is known for. Like he has to go.
Yeah, he can't fly. He can't
well,
fly.
technically, and in this one he did fly.
Can't fly.
He glided.
That's not flying.
He glided.
Flying requires the flapping of wings, sir.
He glided.
Google
I said
it.
glided. Glided. I got fucked up too doing that. But yeah, no, I really like this film. Like I am going to see it again once it comes out on stream. But But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this film.
Sam
Like
want that pirate
I was
version.
watching intently, trying to find clues. Penguin was pretty dope. Catwoman was pretty dope. Zoe Kravitz. She's a pretty
Pretty,
damn good Catwoman.
pretty though, or pretty and dope.
Pretty fine.
Pretty and dope.
Yeah, there we go.
Black girl magic.
Hell yeah. Black girl magic all day, every day. God bless
Yeah.
America, no place else. That's all I got to say about that.
The one thing that I hated about this, like I'll agree with you, is a 4 out of 5. But when they try to basically put a spin on a character's backstory just to make the villain's backstory justified, like you Senpai, you talked about the Wayne family.
Yeah.
Like throughout history of like comic books and everything, we've known Thomas Wayne to be someone to help out Gotham City. Like he was the ultimate good guy. He was the shining light within Gotham.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, he had to shake hands with a villain in order to protect his wife, who was going insane. She was basically put in a insane asylum.
Well, why did you hate that?
No, it's just
it was crazy because like I'm
no pun intended.
It's because I'm so used to seeing these previous Batman movies where they show the origin story of how Bruce Wayne's parents get killed. I'm like, okay, so the story behind it, and somehow they show what's behind the scenes of what's going on of the true Wayne family. So
see, I'm different for this one because I actually liked that they did this because number one, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. Even those that think they are holier than thou, or they're a beacon of hope, even they do fucked up shit, and make mistakes. So
like we
humanizing them, I think, is the right thing to do. That's fine with me. I'm okay with them humanizing and giving a little more, depth to the reason why his parents got deleted. Makes a lot of sense. Like, all right, because in some stories we get that it was a random.
It was a random robbery. He was walking down the alley after going to the movie theaters with his parents.
That's what we don't know if that still happened, but technically that can still happen. They're just not going to tell you that they were at the movie theater and blah blah blah, because there's no point in doing that. How many times have we seen
I know this was this without the origin story. It was 20 years after his parents' death.
So I'm okay with that because it's like they took his not his origin, but his tragedy, and used it as a plot point instead of it just being the reason I am Batman. It's more than that. It's more than just remember this. Goodbye. They said no. Remember this because you already know it. And that's number one. You already know it, and number two, let's use it in an interesting way to tell a story. And the thing is, it didn't even take up most of the story. It literally was, you didn't even know, until like somewhere near in the middle, and then right at the end again, they mentioned it again, and that was it. They didn't take it and dwell on it.
The face-to-face between the Riddler and Batman when he basically said that, when your parents died, that's when the orphanage was abandoned or whatever. It's because of you. It's because of your parents' death. I mean, you got to live in a mansion or whatever. Like, we're in an orphanage and it's cold and you got babies every year dying.
Mm-hmm.
But no one cared about us. They all cared about poor Bruce Wayne, who's now an orphan.
Yeah,
your family got a whole orphanage.
Right.
Well, and he has a mansion, so
yeah,
he didn't even have to go into. He didn't even have to go into the orphanage. He just stayed with Jeffrey in the mansion.
Jeffrey
just stayed there. Yeah,
Jeffrey.
I mean, God,
Alfred.
I'm still thinking about
Bel-Air.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about Bel-Air. I can't get Bel-Air out of my head.
If Alfred was the house manager and took care of Thomas Wayne's problems,
he did. He's an ex-military. He's SAS.
Really?
Yeah.
And no, hold on. In the actual comic book, or
yeah, he's SAS. Okay. He's always been that. Yeah, man, he can do work. It's just that certain portrayals of him, he's like so old that
Yeah.
he doesn't do it anymore. But he's smart enough, if there's a situation, he knows how to. He can't fight, but he can weasel out of it.
Yeah.
So sometimes he's portrayed as really old, so he can just like weasel out, or he's like in his 50s ish, but he still got a little bit of. If you cross me, I'll punch you in the face. He still got a little bit of jargon to him.
Yeah.
It's that OG symptoms.
Yeah, he got that. He got that OG
you
strength.
want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the old school.
Yep.
Yeah.
You going to jail now? You get hit with that uppercut. Don't come to that front door. Don't come to the Wayne family mansion. Or you going to jail now? Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Like you said, Alfred, like he's very smart. He was the one that basically figured out the
ciphers.
Yeah, for Bruce Wayne and everything.
I like that they made sure that Batman cannot do everything by himself.
Yeah.
Another nice grounded feature. You remember in the cartoons, I just have my supercomputer and have this supercomputer figure everything out that I built because I'm a genius. It's like everybody needs a little bit of help. Let's not pretend like you're the end all be all.
I mean, technically, we all know that Lucius Fox probably built that supercomputer.
Well, yeah, and Lucius Fox as well. We have Lucius, you have Alfred. Use your resources.
Right.
It makes more sense to do it that way.
And Catwoman as well, because if it weren't for her sneaking into the club,
I know.
Yeah,
that was tight. Using the contact lenses to identify people, and
that was good.
It was like half the GDPT was inside the 44 Below club.
Another thing with his gadgets, he didn't have unpractical gadgets. Even though HoloLens eyepiece technically doesn't exist yet, we already have the precursor to it right now. We have HoloLens. We have Oculus Rifts and stuff. And Oculus Rifts actually have like lenses that can see through. So you're not actually like looking at, a wall and then you accidentally bump into a glass table. So we're on the precursor of what that can be, which is kind of cool that we're there. And he's smart. And the way he does it is like, okay, it's not magically just identifying people. He had to tell her, yo, slow down and stop so it can take time to process and analyze people. Because she was trying to like, okay, all right. He was like, duh, I can't stop and stare at people because, they're going to try to come and talk to me. But he's like, no. I need to see. And you can tell that it doesn't work well. Like he's always trying to fiddle with it. Yeah, trying to tweak it, trying to get it to work it in the in that nasty ass club. With all them crackheads.
I mean, it's a Batcave. I mean,
Now he was using that joint outside. He was outside the club across the street, and that's another thing. He real ghetto. This Batman ghetto as hell. This nigga set up shop across the street in an abandoned building, and so her go across the street and go borderline start tricking in the club just to get close to somebody. Which was dope.
Well, mind you, she was in a club below a club.
Yeah.
So the connection was very unstable.
Yeah, very, very fucked up.
Yeah.
Another thing about the movie I did like, though, they let you play detective with Batman at certain instances, right? So when he looks at certain things, like remember Catwoman's friends, her boots.
Yeah.
You remembered the boots, and then they will pan and show you a close-up shot of the boots again. So it's like you're tagging along with Batman. So if you see the boots and he sees the boots, you're like, oh shit, the boots. And then remember one time he fucks up when he's Bruce Wayne and he says, oh, the boots. And he walks up to someone and come to find out it's not the person he's looking for. All because of we were doing it with him. We were like, oh, the boots. Come to find out, multiple people can have the same boots.
Yeah. Honestly, like when that happened, I thought that was Catwoman.
We all did because they had us going along with the story and playing detective with them. Staring at this, they make sure to pan in and give you a full shot of it. Oh, let's analyze it with him. Or when they coding, looking over the cipher, you're looking at it with him. Okay, this is the cipher, blah, blah, blah. This matches with this. And it's like you're helping. So good job. Do that again in the second movie. Please do that again.
Yo, I like how they incorporated social media with this joint too.
Oh,
Like the Riddler has had 500 friends, followers following his, I don't know,
His
IG account or whatever.
Yeah, his fake me out IG, his
yeah.
GG.
So
I guess.
he garnished all these people behind him. He rallied all these people behind him for the certain change that had a 20-year progress. Because remember, the renewal plan started with the Waynes, and the woman who was running next to what's his name?
Previous mayor, the current mayor before he got killed.
Bella Real, the black woman who won. She was saying that, yo, this renewal plan has been going on for 20 plus years and we still haven't seen any like change. And you can see that through Gotham too. Like everything still looks kind of like gothic, including the Wayne Manor.
Gotham looked gothic. I thought you were going to say like a shithole. I was like, oh, shit.
Look at the Wayne Manor though. Like it looks like a fucking
Wayne Manor literally looks like a vampire's home. I'm like, oh my god, they got sparkly in his goddamn vampire home. I was like, here we go. This movie's gonna be trash. And then
I'm like, they got a maid in there. This is the first time I ever see a maid working at fucking Wayne's house mansion.
Yeah, well, guess what? Because you know why? Alfred is the house manager. She does the butler.
I was like, oh.
Did you guys see that when Bruce Wayne, the first time Bruce Wayne goes into the Batcave, there's a sign up ahead over his head that says Wayne Manor?
Oh yeah.
No.
Like when he was going underground and everything.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's just like, how obvious can you get? Like you saw all his gadgets and everything, and it says Wayne Manor on the top.
Hey man, 2 years in, he's still kind of stupid, doing stupid shit. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. Like if you run up on a gang of people, like when he ran up on that gang of
fake ass
Jokers.
Yeah,
the Joker gang. Like, let's be honest, was that a smart thing to do? No. It wasn't a smart thing to do. But he had on bulletproof everything and had tasers on him. That shit was hilarious when he tasered that nigga against the wall.
Bulletproof though, almost.
Almost.
He still felt it.
I also like. I feel like they're playing on. I might be stretching it a little bit because there's a theory that obviously Batman is so traumatized that he's also in need of some mental help. So he's writing a diary in the beginning of how being the Batman for so much time is changing him, and he's like, "Oh, I feel like almost I'm becoming a nocturnal animal." And when you're doing something like this, right, you're breaking the law. It's not very smart to keep a dated journal of the multitude of crimes you're committing. So it's like he's literally logging his crimes. So I feel like that's also it's a play on, okay, because you know how a lot of noir films start off like, it's December 16th.
Yeah.
Walking down and I hunted down this criminal. That's the way the detectives do it, right? But he is a detective, but you're a vigilante, dude. You're committing a crime. It's not smart to log your crimes. So I feel like that's a play on both things. Yes, I'm a detective, and I'm also kind of crazy because he mentioned that I'm feeling like I'm becoming a nocturnal animal. If I see any of y'all write that down anywhere, I'm calling the proper authorities.
Hold on,
do not tell me that.
Hold on. Remember,
red flag, exactly. Fly that red flag immediately.
Remember, Batman also had voice memos too on his computer.
I'm like, what the fuck is you doing,
like,
bro?
Had the date and everything. Talked about Scarecrow toxins, Joker gas, like what he did, like everything.
This man logging that shit like it's Facebook. I'm like, you stupid, yo. You got all this stuff backed up to the cloud. They gonna raid your shit, and they gonna find that shit one day. One day they gonna find that shit, and it's not gonna be nice
at all. But speaking of detective, I like the chemistry between Bruce Wayne and Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
Gordon. I like it because as soon as he tried to walk into the crime scene of what the Riddler did to the mayor, and police officers was like, "Yo, what's this man doing here?"
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, "Yo, this is crime scene." Like, I'm like, Gordon said, "Listen, you with me. We need him."
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, further on in the movie, where they in the middle of the police station and Commissioner Gordon trying to get him to escape, and punching him, knocking his lights out, told him he could ease up on the punches. But I'm like, you said, knock you out and get out of there. So
exactly, I did exactly what you said. But then he also told him I was pulling my punches. I was like, God damn, yo, you cold clock that man. That's a hold back.
We just back there to do tap you in your face. Boom, I'm gone.
Yep. Nah, man. I'm like, nah, you gotta run that back. You gotta let me hit you back. You're not cold clocking me like that in front of everybody. You gotta give me one. And you gotta let me do it in front of Catwoman. Yeah. You gotta give me one. Cause that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit,
man, imagine the police station also doing all this gossip talking. He's like, I think Commissioner going, this nigga got knocked out by a nigga wearing that vest as a bag. Like,
I know, you look stupid. You gotta let me get you once.
Hey yo, remember that scene when
and you gotta post it to social media.
Remember that scene when Officer Mitchell Collins, he was the second officer. He's the one that got the bomb taped to him. Yeah. So the chief of police was like, or was he the chief of police? The old head that was commanding everybody.
He was commissioner like, chief, I guess. We'll use it interchangeably. Yeah. We don't know if it's the same thing. All right, where's the podcast, bro? We don't got the answers.
He said he was going to charge Batman with accessory to murder. I'm like, dude, he was trying to help him out. Right. He was the one that was giving Collins the answers to the riddles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but obviously we find out later on that he's a
big part of the
because it's like, and you know what? That was a clue there. And I feel like we should have picked up on that because it's like you just said, how in the world could I be an accessory to a murder if I'm literally helping solve clues? That is the opposite of an accessory to anything. Like, what are you talking about? Is he breaking legally? Is he like effing with evidence? Yes, evidence tampering, because that could destroy a case. But you cannot charge him with the accessory to a deletion. You cannot that no way in heck. But I think they probably did that on purpose. Just because see how you thought about it, Sam, is like I think they did that to make you think for a second, like what? Like that doesn't make any sense. But I think they also did that too, because that does confuse some old head Batman fans, because we know at a point, especially early on, the police did not like Batman at all. So for me, I just thought it was normal that they would be mad that Batman was even there, But
I mean, hold on, man. A year of doing police work for the police, you bring in all these criminals.
Can't trust
this is year 2, and you still think that Batman is an accessory to murder or robbery or whatever.
There's a lot of crazy people out there. Remember, this is a world where the Rose Gallery already exists. So there are crazy people roaming the streets. So what makes us not, because if you want to be a reasonable officer in Gotham, right? A reasonable suggestion would be, let's be real. He could be helping commit these crimes or committing them himself just so he can come back and get the glory of fixing things. You never know. Gotham is that crazy. So Gotham City, listen to what city we're talking about. This is not Metropolis. This is Gotham. There's a man dressed as a clown running around, deleting people. Exactly. So if you see a clown deleting people, what do you think the Bat is doing? I don't know. And I don't want to know. That's why even normal people are afraid of him, because they're like, yo, if you go in the dark, the Bat. Oh, I like that scene too. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Which
love that so
part? Which
much.
part?
In the
The
beginning,
beginning?
where they're talking about, oh, people are afraid of the dark because if you commit a crime, you do something wrong, you
You
know
never
that the
know.
shadows aren't safe for you because that's where criminals like to hide. And I like how they just kept panning in on any like dark corner or alley, and it's kind of scary because it's like, will he jump out? And we all know Batman's a good guy, but it's like, I don't want Batman to just jump out at me on the screen because
But then you just hear his footsteps, man.
yeah, it's just like, ooh, I love that. I love that. I love that. They kept the scary element to him and the detective element to him. I love that. I love this so much. Oh my god. Now I'm watching this shit again. I'm watching this movie again.
What did you guys think of the interaction between Batman and Riddler when Riddler got captured? Because he was like, "We're such a great team." It's like,
Oh.
no, I don't know what you're talking about. We're not a team.
Man, because it's crazy because you have someone who's trying to like lead you on. Like, listen, I'm trying to help you out, but if you're not going to give me any credit, then you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna like call you out on some shit. And that's why he was like, you're not smart as I think you are.
Mm-hmm. Well, Batman makes fuck ups too.
Yeah.
But
Twice in this movie.
the way I see it, well, as far as chemistry between the Riddler and Batman, all of Batman's villains are some sort of reflection of him, right? The Joker is what Batman would have been if he let his parents, deletion, that one bad day, as they as they say in the Killing Joke, if you let that one bad day flip you over to the other side, that's what the Joker is. That's that one bad day. Two-Face symbolizes the duality, the dual personality. You're this guy in the day, you're this guy at night. Riddler plays to his problem solving, his detective side, his wanting to snoop for things, and the Riddler likes it. He sees that, oh, because remember this is 2 years in, so of course the Riddler is aware that there is a Batman running around and solving crimes.
Mm-hmm.
And the Riddler is unhappy with how his life turned out and the life of other orphans have turned out. So in a sense, Batman or Bruce Wayne in this manner is not happy with the way, not so much, well, of course he's upset that he's lost his parents or whatever, but
20 years.
Yeah, it's been 20 years and nobody wants to go through that. So in a sense, they have that connection there, and this whole problem solving situation, they both enjoy these puzzles. You could tell Batman is enjoying this to a degree. Come on. He stays up all night. He won't sleep. And then when Alfred's telling him, hey, you got business to take care of with Wayne Enterprises, he's like, no, nigga, I'm busy right now. I'm building Batmobiles and deciphering shit. He's like, nigga, you need to keep the company going. Like, what is he doing? Like, you're fucking up right now.
Yeah, that company is funding all of that shit.
Exactly. So you need to save face. You need to be out there.
Yeah, somebody pointed this out. Compared to
Riddle me this. What's when you lose a lot of it, the more is worth? Friends. I didn't forget. Friends. Go. I didn't forget. I didn't forget that one. I didn't forget that one.
There's only been 2 cases that I know of where Martha Wayne was insane or whatever, right? One in the Thomas Wayne story, when Thomas Wayne became Batman, his wife Martha Wayne became insane because Bruce Wayne died.
Yeah.
So this one, we don't know what triggered her insanity.
Well, yeah, I don't think that really kind of
it
matters.
It doesn't really matter, but I'm just curious.
I think they just used it as a reason for
Thomas Wayne to try to get her help.
To try to get her help or seek for help in the wrong place and not understand, what he was doing was wrong.
He was basically trying to hide his family's problems because one, when you're in a position of trying to gain status or whatever, they're going to use that against you.
Yeah.
I mean, you see this in presidential campaigns, like any minuscule detail, they use that against you.
Oh yeah. When they was trying to get which one of the kids that was puff passing
Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha, when she was puff passing on spring break.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh man, they couldn't find anything on the Obamas, but then they saw that one thing. It was like, oh man, you see that puff pass? And then everybody was like,
yeah, her dad was like smoking puff pass.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people puff pass. We don't care.
Yeah, they tried to do the same thing with Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That interview.
They love finding stuff about us.
Yeah.
But they do the same thing as everybody else.
But yeah, the Penguin, when he called out Batman's bad Spanish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he fucked up right there. You were talking about a dirty no, we're skipping something, man. That car chase scene.
Yeah, that was good.
That was badass.
I like this type of Batmobile because it's not like one of those stretchy old classic. It's like a actual muscle car.
Yeah, did you hear that engine?
Yo,
that shit sound fire.
Yo, people were skeptical and did not like that. Oh man, this looks like a fucking Mustang. Like I don't like this Batmobile.
It literally was an IROC Camaro's top body, like the shell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was a lifted truck in the back with a V12 with a rocket boost sticking out. Like it was like he's piecing this shit together. That shit was
fire. It was nice.
That
was really dope.
Holy crap. Everybody was upset because of how it looked during the daylight, but again, we have to understand these are his early years, number one, and number two, you're looking at a photo of something that's going to be a movie. So it's like you're seeing something that you're not going to see when you watch the movie. So it's
exactly like honestly,
it's not a finished product.
Throughout the whole movie, do you remember how the full Batmobile looks like? Like you
just
saw
it was in darkness. Yeah,
exactly
where it belongs. That shit sounded so.
But that engine roar.
That engine roar was crazy. And Rio, this is why I say Rio, you might like some of this because this has some Fast and the Furious in that joint. That shit was I was like, whoa.
Hey, honestly, Batman was lucky to even get that damn ramp. Batman was lucky to get that ramp for real.
Oh yeah. That was pure luck.
I think Bruce Wayne hit up Vin Diesel and be like, "Hey, yo, let me borrow one of your muscle cars. You don't do nothing more than
hold on,
man. Your family.
Do you know why the Batman can't be a part of the Fast and the Furious? Because he doesn't have a family.
Wow. Too soon. Well, it's been 20 years, but
yeah, he's all right. Man. Get over it. Get over it, Batman.
Yo.
Get over it. But yeah. That scene was amazing to me.
Yo, everybody got scared.
But again, this also proves that, like I say, my theory of the Batman being a little insane in the membrane, because okay, you're chasing this guy down, right? You are thinking that, all right, I'm gonna catch him, blah blah blah. I'm in my lifted muscle car. It doesn't look, an explosion just happened in front of you. I'm not going to continue the pursuit. It's just me, but I will allow this pursuit to end at this current moment in time. That ramp, like you said, came from the Lord above. The Lord was like, "You are doing my work, my child," and he dropped that ramp for him, because at any other point that wasn't happening. That was crazy.
It was perfect timing, though. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it was messy. Continue on, Sam.
But yeah, the relationship between Bruce and Catwoman, it was well developed. Even towards the end, like that relationship still there was something there, but I mean, she was like, "Yo, there's nothing here for me in Gotham unless you want me to stay." But Batman didn't even say anything. He didn't even say, "I want you to stay," even though you know that he wanted her to stay. But she ended up going to Bloodhaven or somewhere.
No, Bloodhaven is a prison, sir.
Bloodhaven.
Yes, Bloodhaven.
That's where Nightwing.
Yeah.
That's a city.
Yeah, that's a city.
That's a horrible name for a city.
Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven is Nightwing.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking
Gotham.
about? You know what I'm thinking about? Shit, I'm thinking about the prison in Gotham. Blackgate. Yeah. I'm thinking about the wrong thing. Yeah, Blackgate is the prison. Bloodhaven is the city. Arkham Asylum is the insane asylum.
Mm-hmm.
That's a horrible name for a city. I stand by my word. Bloodhaven. Who wants to be a resident of that?
I mean,
Bloodhaven.
Who wants to say I'm a resident of Bloodhaven? Nobody. Thank you.
Death Valley.
Yeah, Death Valley or Hell's. Well, no offense to Hell's
Kitchen.
Kitchen, New York, but I do not want to live in Hell's Kitchen. I'm scared. Well, you know what? That's also a meat packing district, so there might be good food. Isn't that near the meat packing district, or is that in the meat packing district? I don't remember. It's close enough. If there's food, never mind. I might change my mind. If Bloodhaven got good food, I'll live there.
All right.
Speaking of the Batman Catwoman chemistry, I like how it all connected to Velcro, where Bruce or Batman was trying to figure out who is this dude that you talking to? Is it old Flames? Because you already know Batman. He already had feelings with Catwoman. He's just trying to figure out like who is this dude that you say you're associated with, and then she came out the truth that was her father. I was like, oh, this is about to be a little complicated, but then find out when Catwoman's girlfriend got killed, and she trying to find out who it is, and then it has a voice recording over, and she was ready for him. She's like, I don't care, father, no father. She's gonna come after you for killing her friend.
Yeah, that was her boo-bae, allegedly. You know.
Yeah.
Here's the one problem I did have with the movie.
What's that?
Is her attraction to the Batman. That seemed a little forced. Well, not even a little. It felt a lot of force. Number one, she was just like the way she was talking about the girl was like that's her girl. Mm-hmm. The way she was talking about her, like she obviously really cared about this woman, and she meant a lot to her. And then for her to like, at first I thought the flirtation was just a tool to use Batman, right? Which is fine because she's always done that, right? To play on his emotions. But for her to actually like him like that, you know, it didn't seem like there was enough buildup or enough tension for them to even get to that point. So that's my one blemish on the movie is that like tension between the two, that love tension, because it didn't seem, you know, built upon enough for that to even happen.
Yeah, it was more like the Spider-Man and the Black Cat situation.
That's what I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't built on. It wasn't even that. That has more building than this, because at least Black Cat, she was flirting with him, but you know, in a sense, you could tell like, okay, she's just doing this to F with Spider-Man's head a little bit. But then it'll eventually, you know, the chase eventually brought them together. There wasn't that much of a chase. There was like, okay, I met you in the in the mayor's
office trying to take back one time, the girl's passport.
Yeah, and then you use her to get inside of a club because you found out who she was via walking into the
apartment,
into the club or whatever. And it's like that was not enough time to build that type of tension. I don't think there was enough time there. So that's a one blemish I could find on this movie.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only blemish I could think of. You found something else that didn't sit well in the movie?
I mean, I already said what I didn't like, but again, the
Wayne's shit?
that attributes to the backstory of Nigma.
Yeah, that didn't phase me at all. I'm like, okay, you used it in a clever way. Like it's fine to change Here's my thing on this. It's fine to change and alter backstories if you can use it wisely. And they used it not only as an origin story, but they use it as a plot point. So it like mattered. So there's like a chain. There's like an actual interlooping chain to where all of this matters. And to the point where we thought the Riddler knew that Batman and Bruce Wayne are one and the same.
I thought so too.
Bruh, the whole movie, as soon as they met each other, that's exactly the tension that they gave you. They made you think that he knew who he was, and he didn't even know, which was crazy. So I thought, come on, man, that moment too was tight. That's one of the best moments in the movie because Batman was scared out of his mind. Like that's the first time you actually see the fear in Batman because he usually uses the shadows to his advantage. Now he's hiding in the shadows himself. Oh my God, the symbolism in this movie. God damn, this movie was fire. Now he's hiding in the shadows in order to conceal himself because he's afraid. Thought he was about to get exposed. Come on, man. This movie is genius. Hey, 4 out of 5 stars. Go see it. And if you've already seen it, see it again. That's all I gotta say about this. This was fire. I keep thinking of new things over and over again.
Well, this was directed and written by Matt Reeves. It was written by Matt Reeves and who else? Who else? It was Matt Reeves and somebody else. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, Matt Reeves, you get my hold on. You get one of these.
Yeah, I can see why Andy Serkis is in it because Matt Reeves directed some of the Planet of the Apes films, and Andy Serkis he plays Caesar.
Oh yeah, I was like, that face does look familiar to me.
I mean, and he plays Golem too from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really?
Yes, he does the voice and the actual caption for Golem.
I was thinking, man, I was like, man, there's a monkey that looks like this guy. That's what I was saying in my head a little bit. Like, he does look very familiar to me. Okay, all right. Again, my stamp of approval. Go see it. Go see it twice. And if you didn't like it, go see it again.
Oh, that's what it was.
Did we talk about the cameo at the asylum where the Riddler is?
Oh yeah, I actually didn't like that.
I was like, it was too obvious, man. Like, why would you put the obvious? Like everybody knows. But I was like, I don't know. That could have been like an after credit scene,
Nah, that would have been a waste of an after credit scene for me because I'm like, we didn't like the movie was so good, that we didn't need him. We did not need an inkling that the Joker even exists in this universe.
But you
don't have to tell me anything.
You got these fan base and they like, we want, because Batman and Joker have been like the longest rivals, and they was like, you gotta have them in there. But I agree with you, Alex. I don't think they should be part of the scene. I could see it as an after credit one, but other than that,
yeah, I understand from a money aspect why they, because let's be real, the Joker has made them a lot of money. Let's not even fake.
And it hinted at a sequel too. Like,
yeah, but we already knew there was gonna be a sequol.
Yeah, but
you already knew it.
Actually,
honestly, after you watch halfway through that movie, did you think there was gonna be a sequel? After you watched halfway through,
hold on. Honestly, I did not know because I did not watch any trailers for this.
You didn't watch no trailers? You crazy, nigga.
I didn't watch. I wanted to come in without not watching any trailers or anything like that.
Hey, what's up? Before the billions is in the house. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, you were filming a review on it now? Hey, I'm gonna check that out when we done.
Man, better jump on right now.
Go ahead.
But now, part of this film, this was 3 hours, but honestly, it could have been like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Really. Why? Why?
Like certain scenes just didn't need to be there.
Like what?
Or it was probably too long.
Like what?
After they caught the Riddler, like honestly, I thought that was going to be the end of the film. But come to
That's
find
because
out,
you
this
wanted to get
man,
up. You had to poop. That's because you had to take a
leave my
dookie.
food poisoning alone, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie though. I had to piss at that point.
Yo,
I was like, "Oh, this shit ain't over." Oh. I ain't gonna lie. I had to piss,
nigga, I
but
was clenching
I was
for
happy
3
with it.
hours. But anyway,
But see, okay, when that moment happened though, the reason, okay, here's what they did. They gave us 2 movies for the price of one, right? Most of the movie, detective movie. Near the end, because come on, the Riddler has to do something to make Batman jump into action. Because all he's been doing is detective work for an hour and 30 minutes. So now we need a reason to get him to jump into the more action side of Batman. And I'm glad that they limited it and they kept it to certain scenes. You got a smidget taste of it in the beginning with the whole Joker fight.
right.
You know, that's just a random street fight. Of course, Batman can fight. Then you get a nice little snippet inside the police station, but he was more escaping than fighting. You know, he just like was hauling ass. That's pretty much what he was trying to do. He was trying to survive. Then we get at the end. Actually, we got a little bit more than that from the end because he fought. Oh, when he goes inside 40 below, you get a little bit there. It's not much, it's a little bit. Then you get a little car chase. And then at the end, you get a nice chunk of some
Batman
Call of
being a
Duty.
one-man army.
Yeah, one-man army Call of Duty action. You get a nice little chunk. But I like how they sprinkled smidgets of action. And then yeah. Just they salt bait the action.
Yeah.
That's basically what they gave us.
We talked about this beforehand, but you saw how they focused on that little boy because that was the same age that Bruce Wayne's parents pretty much died.
Yeah.
So
delete.
I mean,
Control Alt Delete.
Control Alt Delete. Yeah. But yeah, they focused on him quite a bit.
Do you think he's going to become
It's amazing
Robin?
to me, huh?
Do you think he's going to become Robin?
Hey, man, the ending where he just reached out out of everybody there, they had no reason to fear Batman, right? This man's been being a vigilante for like 2 years, going after hard criminals and robbers. None of you people, y'all don't have any history, so y'all shouldn't be afraid of Batman, including the man who got saved by Batman in the beginning. He was just a random dude,
bro. If you
but
saw
yeah, I feel
you saw a nigga dressed as a fucking bat, I don't care who he beating up. I'm hauling ass. See, there's a difference. Okay, now if that was a black man in that scene, as soon as he started beating up people, you would have ran because you don't know why he's there. Let's be real. If you just saw that happening, that does not mean he's there to help you. Maybe he likes violence. He's dressed as a bat. Sam, you're trying to think with motivated knowledge.
I'm thinking
if
about
the
that.
Batman did not exist, like in this world, but there was a man dressed as a bat in a subway station, and he just started whooping on people's ass. You not running?
Hold
running.
on. I'm thinking about that that black superhero that was reported in the news.
Oh, the one who had a crack lab in his
No, the one that had a secret.
Yeah, he had a crack lab as well
at his job.
Yeah, he had a crack lab as well. He was a drug dealer. He's in jail, like right now.
What's his name? What was his name?
I don't know. Curtis Blow. I don't know what that nigga name. I don't know what that nigga name is. What was his name? All right, yeah, we gotta find that bad name. Nah.
There's a superhero.
There's a real superhero, yeah, but he's a drug dealer.
Wow.
He's in jail right now. And
what kind of origin story is this?
Yeah.
You selling drugs, but yeah, you try to save the people. Like,
let me see.
Oh, Phoenix Jones.
Yeah, that's Phoenix Jones. Yeah. He in jail. Is he still in jail? Check it. See if he's still in jail.
Let's see. I'll find out.
Just type it. It's Phoenix Jones.
What kind of hero origin story is this? Yeah, I was hero dealer. Sell this and sell that, but decided.
Oh wait. Was arrested in Seattle on drug charges.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Hold on. January 10th.
What year?
King's Court records show he was released the following day.
Oh, okay, all right. They ain't have enough evidence on his ass. Where it was at the job? Is that where they found it?
Hold on. Let me pull up his picture.
Hopefully, it look like.
Okay, yeah, they got it here on Double Toasted as well.
Hey, yo. Hold on. Where the fuck? Share. Oh my God. Phoenix Jones.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah, we have a real life superhero who also sells drugs on the side. So he was released the next day.
Yeah.
Did they say or they just didn't find enough evidence on him?
I gotta look into it, but
okay, we'll come back with that story and look into
the
oh shit, he getting whooped on by his white woman.
Yeah,
what type of superhero is this? When you getting beat up by the was she a criminal?
I don't know.
Oh man, because this reminds me of that same hero from Invincible, where the dude was like do all this crime and stuff, but he was just like help. He was come to find out he was a drug dealer. And I was like, man.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Oh, I forgot his name.
That character. Oh
yeah,
man.
he was super strong. He had like concrete
power. Yeah.
And come to find out he was actually like the drug lord and he used Invincible the whole time.
Yeah.
He wasn't a drug. He became a drug lord after.
But come on, man. He plotted that.
He plotted the whole thing.
So he was going to be a drug lord no matter what. You don't just do that like, oh, I want to save my daughter. He had a grander plot. He wanted the drugs.
Hey,
let's don't cop for him.
I was impressed.
He tricked Invincible so fast.
Well, I mean, he
tricked all of us actually. If you just because I never read the comics, so just watching the show, he technically tricked the viewers too, because we assumed that he wanted to get out of that life, and come to find out he actually wanted that life. So he's like, let me use Invincible to get rid of my competition for me. Smart man. I like how we just went to Invincible. But again, watch this movie and then watch it again.
So I don't know why I had an email said, "Hey, come check out this advanced screening." That's how I ended up getting the hat, and I was like,
"I know, man. I want that damn hat."
Like you can have the hat. I mean, I'm not used to different hats. You know me. I'm always with Senpai, and then
Senpai.
This is only one at a time. This is rarely. This is a 2020 different. Like Senpai has spent I finally wear a different hat. So,
hey, man, I don't blame you, man. You gotta step out a little bit.
Just a little bit. But also at the movie theaters where I was at Gallery Place, shout out to Shady Hayes, Drax, and Martini, other influencers that was part of the advanced screening. It was cool. But other than that, like, yeah, highly recommend. Check out the movie. Even though I'm still not a fan of Robert Pattinson, but I'll give him a little credit. Yeah, I'll give him a little credit. Because, like, when he was staring at the, when the boys get lifted up by the emergency rescue helicopter, he just looking at the sky. I could tell. I saw a little sparkle. I was like, don't do that. Yeah. Don't do that. I saw it. I was like, don't you do it. I swear.
Yeah, it's like, I don't like. I understand what you're saying because I don't like him either. But they wrote this so well, is that it's like you like ignore that it's him until you see him as Bruce Wayne and you're reminded that it's him.
Yeah.
But it's like the movie's so good. It's like, okay, come on, nigga. I'm just trying to ignore you. Like
anything better than Ben Affleck.
He's better at being in the suit than outside of the suit. When I see him outside,
Bruce Wayne.
When I see him outside of, it's not about him being a bad Bruce Wayne. It's him. Mm-hmm. It's not even about him being a bad Bruce Wayne. It's that I see a sparkling vampire. I cannot get it out of my head. And then he has the emo hair. So it's like, oh, I'm a creature of the night. Like, you look fucked up.
Mascara, everything. And like, first of all, whoever did the hairstyle during that funeral scene needs to be
that was fucked up.
First of all, what kind of hairstyle?
You're not coming to a funeral like that.
Yo.
No matter how much Batmaning you're doing, you're not stupid enough to come there looking jacked up. I don't know, man. That's another one. That's another one. Well, that's another one that I have
Yeah.
an issue with. But that's it. Other than that, Robert Pattinson, as long as you stay in that batsuit, you're awesome.
Yep.
And again, you're right. The chemistry with him and Commissioner Gordon was on point.
Yes.
That was a great relationship. And how tall is Robert Pattinson? Because he definitely, unless they put him in some like platform shoes, he did fit the bill of how Batman is supposed to be. He's supposed to be like kind of tall in stature and like kind of like. Oh, he is 6'1"? Oh shit. Well then, okay. He fit
so
the bill.
with the boots, he was probably like 6'3".
Yeah, 6'2" or 3. Yeah, so he did fit the bill of Batman is usually the tallest one in the room, and it's like people usually like look up to him, and he's always like kind of quiet and stalkery through the room. So I was like, that was cool. And another stalkery moment that was tight in this movie, all the way back in the beginning, when the Riddler jumped the mayor, and how they give you like a quick second to notice that he's back there with his glasses. Like they give you a really small hint in the beginning to try to not scare you. Yeah, they try to not scare you for a second. They're like, "Hey, something's back there," and then they hold it for a second, and you notice the glare in the yeah. It's like, oh shit.
I was like, hold up, my man did not even pay attention to the part where
like, a whole nigga back there
about on the TV, and you just too busy looking at it, and you ain't see what's the person behind you. I'm like, I'm sorry. If I see somebody just standing there in the shadow figurine, I already know something about to go down.
Something not good is going to happen. Yeah. Shit, man, we hit our marks, man. Do you have any final grievances?
No, I like how practical this Batman was. Again, I mean, we talked about how this Batman, if they were to do like a whole Justice League, like put this Batman with the Justice League, it would be like the most practical one. Like while everybody's trying to do all this grandiose, like we gotta sneak in here, do this, he's like, nah, we'll just go through the front door. And what y'all trying to do?
Yeah, exactly. Which would be the better way to do this.
Yeah. But I really like this film, so I'll probably give it like with my own grievances, I'll probably give it like a 4.2, 4.5 at best.
Oh, look at you giving it a higher score than that.
Right. Yeah, I gave
look
it.
Look at you. You liked it.
I really did like this.
All right. Now we got to convince Rio to see it.
Nah, there's no convincing him.
Nah, there is. He said he'll see it when it comes out on stream.
45 days later.
But guess what? I'm still going to ask him what his opinions are on it, because there's no way he can hate on this Batman, because he was like, oh, what he does is impractical. It's not possible. And this Batman kept everything as grounded and as possible as can be. I really want to see how crazy is he going to hate. So, other than that, 4 out of 5, and Sam 4 out of 5. So this is definitely not trash. This is a pass. Everybody, go see this movie, and then go see it again. And if you didn't like it, go see it again. Exactly. Anything you want to shout yourself out? Shout your channels out? Shout anything out? What you got going on, DJ?
Well, I just made an announcement that I'll be performing at HBCU Con on April 29th through May 1st.
Hey,
upcoming Friday, I know it's been a while now. I officially made my Senpai Mix Volume 1. It's an open format mix from hip hop, dance hall, top 40s, EDM, a good album mix to keep you going, listening. So putting it out there. So just be on the lookout this Friday. So thank you. And you contact me on all my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, DJ Taylor Senpai, and pretty much.
All right. I ain't got nothing to promote. Oh, I do got something to promote. Hey, man, y'all can follow me again. Go ahead. Follow me at Metro_Tom on Instagram, bro. I am like just one subscriber. Nigga, I am one follower away from 1,000 subscribers. God damn it. I keep thinking about subscribers. I keep Man, all I can think about is YouTube analytics because you guys have been doing a great job at subscribing to the channel. So I just need one follower on Instagram and I will hit 1K. Yay to me. But really, what I would really want, other than that one follower, I'd like 40 subscribers to this channel. That would be amazing. So if we can get 40 subs to this channel, that would be great. Also, on Mondays, new to the schedule. Well, I already promised it to you before. Euphoria. We're doing recaps of every episode since that was our favorite show that we didn't review. So
Yeah,
we're gonna. I know, but I reviewed the season finale, and everybody loved it. So we're gonna go back through it and episode by episode. We're gonna hit it up every Monday, 9 p.m. and we're gonna stay on schedule every Thursday. Bel Air.
I need to watch Bel Air.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And join us
It's
for a
just
review.
so hard for me to transition from a funny comedy sketch show to a all-out drama seriousness. I'm just like,
You better do it for Coco.
Listen, I'm such a '90s kid. I can't help it.
You better do it for Coco.
You don't even got to do it for Coco. You gonna see. Do it. The first episode is up for grabs for free. So
okay, I'm gonna check the first episode. It's just they don't feel like.
And guess what's gonna happen? That first episode is gonna get you hooked, and then you ain't gonna have no choice but to push that button. Trust me, you gonna push the button. I pushed the button. I didn't even need to push the button. I pushed the button. But Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, you can follow me at sfdesign21 on all platforms. And for all the titties and booties that I take pictures of, you can follow me at sf.boudoir.
All right. And again, everybody, you can follow Everybody Gets One on all platforms, except for Twitch, which is Ego Podcast. And if you have anything that you want us to do or want us to review or talk about, no matter what it is, let us know at Everybody Gets One Podcast at gmail.com. And again, one last time, please like, comment, subscribe. Get us to 200 by the end of this month. Let's go, baby.
That's the goal.
Bye, everybody. Wave bye, Sam. There you go.